Okay, this is the driveway in, and I believe I'm looking north from here. So I'm going to turn so I can access the upper property. Turn around, and here is the front of the cabin. I don't think I'd call it a cabin, it's way bigger than that. But you can see how nice it is. Okay, so usually don't start videos off like this, but I just noticed this is the access to the septic tank. Turn to something a little more bright. There's a view off to the west of the Trinity Alps. And then Scott Valley is down below, or at least part of Scott Valley. And then turning, you can see the house. This is under the shade of the oak tree. You can see they have a tree house here for the kiddos. And then coming around here, get a nice view of the cabin from the north side. All right, last but not least, it's I want to say it's the northwest side of the house. This is up against the hill, which is behind me. And then try to go slow. Little deck over there, which I'll show you in a minute. And then there's a generator room, and there's a driveway that comes up over here. And then, sorry for the pan, but where I started was a little archway. I walked down the trail over there, and driveway beyond. Okay, video walkthrough, and I apologize, I'm out of breath from up and down stairs, but it's a very lovely house. So here we are, that's the front door. All right, here we go. There's your entrance. We're on the main floor now. There's a loft upstairs. Here's your half bath. And then there's a full basement. Hardwood floors are on this level. And here's your master suite with its own deck. I'm just gonna look out the window. I'm not gonna open up the door. But look at the view. Isn't that amazing? Master bath. Walk-in closet. This is just a loft, so I'm gonna take a quick peek up the stairs here. These are metal stairs. There's your loft. And it overlooks the living room. Into the dining room and kitchen. This deck wraps around. Views all over the place. Lovely kitchen. Granite countertops, hardwood floor still. And pantry.
back door to the deck as well. Laundry. Linoleum floor. Down we go. To the left is the garage. And we're not going to poke our head in the garage because there's a cat lounging on the chair or on the car, and we want him to stay there. There we go. This is that's fine. Whoop. And projection TV up there. Widescreen. It's okay.
It's still warming up.
That's all right. Oh, let's see. And that's the door out to the outside, the bottom level. Small guest room. And then over here, they're calling this the engineering room. And you can see all the panels. Water. Fantastic downstairs bathroom, full tub. And on into the master here. Out into the patio with more outrageous views and a hot tub.
Okay, I'm up on the deck of the house so you can see it. You can see up close, built in true log cabin fashion. Just absolutely beautiful. One of the nicest ones I've seen around here. Really nice windows. Deck is a little creaky, but doesn't look like it's in bad shape. I'm about 250 pounds and I don't seem to be going through it. Mr. Hoot Owl up there, standing sentry. Okay, here we are. We're on the, I want to say the south side of the house, just down the deck. You can see it looks like a lovely entryway here. More deck. Oh, I'd love to have breakfast out here, even just coffee. Look at that. And then we're back all the way around. You can see the archway down there. You can see the entryway there. The sun and the moon watching over. Okay, once again, beautiful Mount Shasta off in the distance. I mean, that's just a stellar view. Stellar view. And then we have the cabin right here. Donna's getting the inside of it. I'm getting the outside. Some lovely rosemary with lots of pollinators. And then scroll up and just takes your breath away. There's lovely Mount Shasta off to the east, southeast. Okay, so right there you see the propane tank. That little building right there in the middle, that is the generator / battery housing. Back off over there, you can see an array, and he says those are the newer panels. And I think he said they're 2006 is when he got those. And then up on the hill, there is another array, and he says those are 75 watt panels, and those came with the house. So he definitely said, sorry about the jumping around, he said those panels are pretty old. They came with the house, so they're 25 years old. And they probably need to be replaced. But you would know better than that, than I do on that. So anyway, you can see the hill looking off to the east. Okay, a little bit more up close of the power. You can see the door on the side has the lead acid batteries. There's information on that in a couple of pictures. And then over there on the back side is the generator room. So he has two generators in there. One has an automatic switch for turning off and on when the batteries get low. And he said that is powered by diesel. Diesel tank is right there. And he says he has to fill it maybe once a year. All right, and they just, man, I really appreciate their efforts. They really worked hard making it so lovely with flowers all over the place. Here is the west side of the house, and then you can see Mount Shasta off in the distance over there, and then down below, Scott Valley. All right, here we are. We're on the back of the house. I'm walking down a nice little trail. It leads you down to the carport and the front driveway. As you can see, it's pretty nice stepping stones. Lots of beautiful flowers everywhere. Lavenders, oh, so beautiful. There's some rosemary right there. Boy,